Good morning, everyone. I'm coming over here to share my newest travel junk journal that I made for my trip to Minnesota. This is a very good journal just for me to journal my Minnesota trip. The way I have this set up is because I'm here in Minnesota now. The way I have it set up is that I put in things that I would use possibly in the little pocket that I made on the front. This pocket is not secured yet because I'm going to sew it when I get back home. But I put little scrap papers that I found to use in it off into the pocket. And I'll pull this out too. And then I put in planner supplies that I had already that I was planning on using in here. None of this is secured either, but it is, the cover is created. I did that at home. I did put the pockets together as in putting a little bit of tape runner on them, but I knew that I'm going to end up needing to sew them. This is just some elastic string that I put in. I wanted to make it a travel journal style book because I am on the trip and I knew that I didn't want to bind anything until I actually knew what and how I was going to put everything in here. But I did do a little bit of journaling ahead of time. I mean, not journaling, a little bit of decorating pages ahead of time to make it into something where I could literally just start to journal. So I'm going to fill this into this morning. This is the first day of the trip. Well, yesterday was the first day of the trip, and as in flying in. And so I have little things in here that I'm going to use. This is a sheet protector that I folded in half. It has 2 pockets each so that I can put my Polaroid, the printable mini Polaroids in here. And then I have ledger papers, dot paper, which is my very favorite way to journal. I'm a dot girly. I like line paper. I use line paper, but I really like dot paper. And I have a lot of different things that I took out of books in order to use here. I knew we were going to go to Como Zoo, so I put in a cheetah that I'm going to tape or glue down where I'm going to use it. I have magazine paper in here. I have my little write board. This is for me to put in after each page when I'm writing when it gets bulkier. And since this is actually the morning of the day after our travel, and I'll be here for almost a week, I left myself a little flexibility on where I'm going to put things by not making it permanent. And as I use a page, as I get the pages started or finished or whatever, I'll move this over to the side so I can show you. As I get the pages started or finished, I'll go in and I'll add them. It's kind of hard to do with one hand sitting on the bed in a hotel room. I'm going to add them to the actual journal by putting them in under sorry guys, putting it in under the elastic. And so it'll be in the book, it'll be held there. Obviously it'll hold it better, or it'll be flatter once it's filled up, but it'll hold it in place. It'll be in the book, and I won't have to worry about binding it or it being bound until I get home. Or I'll just leave it free flowing like this because this is going to be just for this one travel trip. if I decide to keep, if for one travel trip, this is the perfect size. And these, the folder was just made, or the book cover was just made out of a craft file folder, the legal size file folder. I cut it down to use it in a journal, or to make it as a journal. And I put papers on top of it. I used a gift bag from the Dollar Tree as the main background. It was a polka dot gift bag from the Dollar Tree, and then I just decided to cover it with everything that I thought related to my trip to Minnesota. So it has a map, it has things I've stamped. Those are stamped images. It has washi tape, another stamped image, a copy of a metal travel plate from like scrapbooking a long time ago, stickers and vintage postage stamps. This is actually a true vintage postage stamp. Old scrapbooking, stickers, anything that I could find in order to use, I did quickly grab and put this little kit together. And I allowed myself a lot of paper to actually journal and put words together. This is actually a reading log book from Half Price Books, but because it had crossword puzzles and word searches in there, I grabbed it so I could have did it on the plane. I ended up falling asleep on the plane, but had I not been sleeping, I could have done that. But since I have some time this morning before we get up and start, or before we get up to go get breakfast, I decided to do a quick video and show you all this and do a little journaling. So before I start journaling in the book, I wanted to share all the pages that I have. When I actually put it together and have it fully journaled in, I'll do a quick video or some photos, maybe not a video, because my journal will be private about my experience here, since I haven't been back to Minnesota in 15 years and I want to share. This is another book board to prevent me from writing. One of these I think was supposed to be for my daughter, but she didn't grab it, so I'll give it to her. But then a copy of some vintage stamps too that I can use on here. And then of course I'll be grabbing memorabilia from places that we go, like Como Zoo, Mall of America, things like that. So yes, I just wanted to share my handmade from scratch travel junk journal, or traveler's notebook style junk journal.